All right. So thank you, Malea, for taking the time to chat with me today. I would love to hear, like, how would you describe your experience in the Herbalism of the Soul program?
Yeah, it's been really wonderful. It came at a time in my life where I was feeling lost and really craving a sense of community and a sense of like aligned community that wanted to learn similar things and yeah, really just to feel that belonging with people that understood some of the things that I naturally was already thinking about and curious about. And also, I've always been really interested in like psychic, um, clairvoyant stuff. And growing up, my grandma was always kind of telling me that I am that way and I have that gift. And I was always kind of scared of that and feeling overwhelmed by that and feeling like I needed to build a wall against it and just not accept the gift. And as I've gotten older and stronger in spirit, I've been feeling the call to be curious and open to that gift. And I feel like we all have that gift. And so yeah, I was really excited to join this for those reasons. And I really felt that all come together while I was in the course of really like strengthening my spiritual essence and energy to where I feel comfortable communing with spirits in nature and beyond. And that's so valuable for me just to be able to have these like grounding practices and practices where I'm filling up with my own energy and really in control or like somewhat in control of my own experience and it feels very consenting. And so, yeah, I'm really grateful. I had such a wonderful experience in this course and meeting all the cool people that joined and getting in touch with myself in ways that I have never before in my life. So, yeah.
Amazing. Thanks, Malea. Um, and it's hard to put words to that, getting in touch with yourself in ways that you hadn't before. Um, I think that's, I mean, I feel like that's like the greatest aspect of the course is we get to experience ourselves in this way that it's like you think you know yourself, like, and this is a concept that's you'll hear a lot of different spiritual teachers talk about, that we're like kind of constantly experiencing the ego mind and we actually don't really know our true self, but this provides like a
The rooster, so sorry.
the rooster. I didn't hear the rooster.
Oh, great. There's like a rooster like right here. And he's crowing.
The Zoom does an amazing job blocking out.
Okay. That makes me feel so much better. Cool.
I can't hear it at all. But just you hear that concept about spirituality all the time, right? That we're always living in our ego mind. We actually don't even know our true self. And we hear that and I think you can kind of think it's not something that we can think into or intellectualize. But this what I love about the tools and the way that we use them is that it provides a, a method to get to that direct experience. And I mean, yeah, the tools are just absolutely incredible from my perspective. And from so many, I just hear it again and again from people who land in this space. Um, that yeah, it's just something new, something completely like, I hear a child over there. Some pitter patter. um,
Yeah, it really is invaluable. I'm so grateful to have these tools, especially during times of turmoil in my life or like really big expansions and big contractions, to have these tools to return to and have a reason to practice them daily and really feel the positive effects in like hospitals that I was in over the past few months or in social scenes and like stepping back into socialization after being in like deep healing and isolation mentally, physically, emotionally, and like using these tools to protect myself and ground myself and really aid in my healing process in like miraculous ways.
yeah,
Really, yeah, really special.
I'm glad that the program came at the time to support you through that journey. Have you ever done a similar kind of course or another plant spirit communication thing, or is this your first experience with a program such as this one?
This is my first experience taking a course like this. When you were teaching in the past and you had a podcast, like
Mm,
maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I would listen to your podcast.
oh, cool.
And yeah, that I think back then when I first met you and learned about this, I was like, wow, this is like so cool and new. And like I've never heard anyone really talk about this stuff. And it makes so much sense to me. So yeah, immediate alignment and curiosity.
Beautiful. Um, what are my other questions? So, oh, do you have any experiences with the plants that stick out to you as something you'd like to share? Any significant during class or outside of class that have come through this work?
Hmm. hmm Yeah, I'm trying to think the plant because we did a few readings and I was kind of feeling like just in my head a lot and like almost just like there was lots of self-doubt and I was kind of out of tune with myself with all of the stimulation in my external world. And then I came back after surgery and I think it was maybe I know calendula. I had like a really nice experience with calendula. And we can just go with that one. But there was another one right when I came back from surgery and I was just feeling like, wow, I'm like here right now and I can really feel a difference in like this immediate connection, just feeling like so supportive and the messages and the
Yeah.
visions
Was it
just
yeah?
all flowing in. Yeah, it might what was like it
Or
was
a mushroom?
right after the break, like January 8th or like right around there. I'm not remember. Yarrow was also really beautiful, and I feel like I had two experiences with Yarrow in a row where we did Yarrow in class and then we did Yarrow again or like yeah, Yarrow was really nice. Calendula was really beautiful though and like warm and sunny and supportive in a time of like very wintering in my life.
Mm.
Um and yeah, I really appreciated her energy and um also Nettle was really beautiful and like getting to feel that like dark almost like dark mother or like the depths of the soil and the magic there and feeling Nettle really bring that forth for me. Yeah. There's been so many. There's been a lot of really beautiful experiences with like I would say most of the plants that we've connected with. Um, Sometimes it's very visual and exciting in that way where it's um it just feels like you're a kid and you're kind of like just playing with these spirits and you're just in your mind getting to see like wonderful, beautiful messages and movies and like connect in this really special way. And then other times I feel that it's really like sensational and it's like in your body and you can kind of feel the magic of the plant like within your own spirit and energetic aura, like kind of doing its own magic on you. And
Hmm.
yeah, I really enjoyed that. That energetic exchange that's like visceral and tangible.
Yeah, yeah, you can definitely feel that there's a shift happening when you go into the spirit to spirit connection. There's your whole energetic anatomy starts to rearrange, and yeah, you just kind of sit there with it for a bit and let it happen, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, how do you feel? You did mention that you've always kind of felt this, known that this ability, clairvoyant, psychic ability is there within you, and that it has expanded, like grown through the container of the program. Um, I was just wondering if you could like speak to that for people who are maybe in a similar, if you have a similar feeling about their own ability that we all have, right? But that it's something that they do care about, something that they want to expand, and something they want to grow in this, in this body. Or what like words of what would you pass on, about um, choosing to enter into this container, enter into this experience, um, to open these gifts. Yeah. What comes up for you with that prompt?
Mm. Hmm. I feel that, yeah, some things that I would share would be really rooted in trust, trusting that, like, if this has found you and if you found this, that there's some sort of magic and communication already happening. And just to really trust that and that there is just so much goodness here for you when you're ready to step into it. And um yeah, I think just allowing the universe to bring you what you need. And so if there's like tingling senses and there's this big or small curiosity kind of within you and around you when it comes to this course and like clairvoyance and different energetic capabilities that we have, like this course and the way that you make it so accessible and your energy of just kindness and support in it is such a beautiful place to nourish those skills and curiosities and um yeah, I feel that there's really nothing to lose with taking this course and you also get to gain some really cool friends and get to just see other people doing this work and get a vision into it and feel like, yeah, camaraderie and sharing your experiences and hearing other people's experiences. And sometimes they're completely different and sometimes they're very similar and very affirming to what you're seeing and hearing. And yeah, I feel like overall, this is just a really nice, gentle container, very like soft, fertile ground to plant those seeds. And yeah, the returning weekly, but in a way that is like very gentle. Like there's not, I really enjoyed it worked out for me that there wasn't a lot of like physical homework and like modules to go through and like that kind of would maybe take it more into like this logical place when really it's just so energetic And so keeping it there and just letting it be like your own personal practice in whatever way that shows up for you leaves a lot of spaciousness
Mhm.
for things to grow in their own like organic, natural way, which I really enjoyed.
Thank you. Um, yes, I appreciate what you spoke about. There's not like a bunch of extra modules or um, homework really. It's just this becomes, for me, it has become like a life practice, a way of going about life. And um, it's about just being present in the container, and then it's up to the individual to practice the tools daily, right? Um, and to practice also, if you want, to practice with connecting with plants outside of the program as well. Um, but yeah, it's like it's just like how much are you going to let it seep into your life? And if once you start to realize what's happening, it's just, well, I could easily just change the energy right now. I could easily just, use my tools and have this experience that maybe would have been more challenging actually, feel a lot easier. Um, yeah, beautiful. So, does anything else come to mind? Just anything you want to share, anything you've kind of like, you know, thought about during any breakthroughs you had, or, specific, just anything you want to come out with?
Hmm. Yeah, just an overall gratitude for you and your energy and your bravery and your commitment to this work and just how inspiring and yeah, beautiful that is to watch and be a part of. And yeah, just like major gratitude for you, like creating this container and holding it with so much intention and so much love and care. And yeah, just really seeing you and holding you in that.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love holding this container, and it it amazes me like every time. I mean, getting to just watch people first have the transformation of gaining all of the tools. That's like the first step, right? And watching people like blossom and like really kind of hook with the work, like choose to come back and come back and come back to a live meeting, at a maybe convenient, maybe not convenient time in their week. Um, but to choose to come back and to be there and to remain, because and I know that people continue to come back because it's making a difference, like there's something changing, and that's what has brought me back to the work again and again and again. Um, and then also getting to, on top of that, start to hear like what people are seeing, and and these stories of how the medicines have been used, and then listening to like how much overlap and weaving into to one another, like when we do that roundout at the end of class, and there's a kind of an essence, a color, a thread that pervades the share, the group share time. And that's always like, just as a teacher, I'm always blown away. I'm always like, clearly you're all talking about the same energy. I mean, you're different, looking at different, all these different, ways of seeing it, but it's so poignant, what the essence is is really. And I think that I know that's something that is just like very affirming for one, and because you kind of, a lot of people come in without a great level of clairvoyant experience, which you don't need to come in
Hmm.
the program, right? And um, and even if you do have a lot of experience, it's still profound. Um, but anyway, I just think that it's so amazing to get to validate yourself and get those reflections, and um, it's pretty amazing. And I just love getting to watch it happen, and then go through my own growth in that process as I hold the space. um I don't know if I have any other questions. Yeah, I think that unless you have something else coming to mind, for me, I feel I don't have any other wonderings.
Yeah, I feel pretty complete.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Malia. um I've loved having you in class, and in whatever capacity works for you moving forward with the container. We would love to have you join us. Um, yeah, and feel free to, reach out if you anytime.
Thank you. Yeah, super grateful to have connected like years after meeting you and feeling the call and then growing a bit and like kind of grounding into who I am more and then it kind of naturally flowing back into my life at like the exact time that
Yeah.
it was meant to. And so, yeah, I'm really excited to continue it, whether that be in my personal life and also I would love to join the container more. So, yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you, Malia. And we will connect soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Right. Bye bye.